really important that you chose to come from all over the world. I think there are people from everywhere. The next thing that needs to be said is that over all the years, in all the shows, it was always all about the kids, all about the families, the youth, the children. But today, it's all about you. I rode here today on my bicycle because I live just around the corner. But since I parked my bike, there has been no end to the hugging and smooching around here. May it always be so. I love it that so many of you still have the choreography down. I have a hunch that everybody here remembers at least one moment in one of the shows. Now, I was in the audience side of the show, and one of the moments that I'll never forget in Oklahoma, John Drury comes out from behind the stage singing his cowboy song, and at the end of the song, the female lead is there too, and he has to kiss her then. Remember this? And I think it was supposed to be a stage kiss, but it was a real kiss. That was a moment. I hope that you'll spend the day sharing your moments with each other. Now, some of the gifts that we're going to give Chris are really symbolic, but some of them have literal value. The first is this rose bush, which you will plant somewhere on your home ground. You know, roses are probably the most beautiful of all the flowers, and so you're the most beautiful of all the women. Yeah. So, Crystal, ought to get used to the praise because it's going to flow thick from now on. Who's next? Come on.
Can I have some help, please? Drum roll. At least some support.
Really old people.
No. No. I have decided today that we are not old, we are originals. Yes. These are the original members of the cast of The Wizard of Oz. We still stand.
Slightly impaired, some of us.
And also out there, I see some original Peter Pan. I see original Dolly.
It's me!
We have a whole, but I especially thought it was significant to have the people who were here in 1975 when we first started. I'm going to bore you with a story. When they were having rehearsals for The Wizard of Oz, a friend of mine brought me to rehearsal, and I sat in the room for a little while, and activities were going on, and a rehearsal was going on, but I didn't see any grown-up in charge. So I thought I would be helpful and give them some suggestions, directives. And then this gorgeous young woman next to me eventually said, "Excuse me, who are you?" And I said, "I'm Joe, who are you?" And she said, "I'm Chris," and I said, "Oh, that's nice." And then I proceeded to tell people what to do. And then she says, "I'm the director." But we're still friends anyway. But the point is, it's not that I'm bossy. The point was that even back then, it was all about the participation and the input of all of the people and the students that were there, the young people that were there. Many years later, I said to Chris, you know, it's really incredible, the program that you have built here. You have a real skill for listening to what young people need and then providing them with that. And she looked at me with this really shocked expression, and she said, what are you talking about? And I said, look at all those programs. And she said, all I ever did was listen to what you kids wanted, and then I helped you to do that. And I realized that that's her skill, is listening to things that were not her said. And realizing what we really were asking for, or what we really needed, and then helping us to be able to do that. And so the programs that some of the people that are here started, YSAG, is going gangbusters, if that's the wrong term, going really strong. Odyssey of the Mind, Pass It On, Peace Jam, Peter Pan, Players. I know I'm missing something, but you all are out there and you represent what that has evolved into, Wells Village. So that's, I take it back. Your skill is in listening and providing the wings for all of us to really do the wonderful things that are happening in creative experiences. So we have a little present for you, and we wrapped it up so you can rip the paper. I know you like to do that.
I just handed Paula a picture of Tom and I at our wedding. I was a hippie.
Can I tell them what you did for the whole hour before the wedding? She was so stage frightened and so nervous she was in the bathroom.
And then Sonny Googans gave me something to take. I don't know what it was. I forgot the whole rest. Best part. We were really excited because it was when you could start writing your vows to each other, because it was the 70s, you know. So Tom and I wrote our vows and we were all excited. So we get up there and Mike Stevens says, Tom, do you want to say something to Chris? And he says, I do. And I said, no, because I wanted him to say the vows. So he said, okay, I don't. I said, no, the vows. He said, I don't remember. So then Mike said, would you like to say all the vows, Chris? It was really, and Jean Bean, where is she? I said I wanted no music at our service. I come down the staircase, Sonny Googans' house, and Jean Bean plays. Thank you, Bean.
Okay, while she's opening the present, just two other things that I want to do while I have the microphone. One is, there's a tapestry here to represent how everybody's lives have been interweaving. And so if you have not already, picked a ribbon and put your name on the tag and the year or years that you were involved. And please weave your ribbon in along with everybody else's tapestry so we have that for at youth services.
Or your relation to anyone else.
Or your relation to anyone else. And the other thing is that a lot of the people have said, how do we get everybody in a picture? I want a picture of me and all my friends and everything. So Chris would like, after the sing-along, oh, you did it? The sing-along? No, we have one song left. So after we sing the one song, and once Chris stops crying after we sing the one song, then if everybody can go over by the donkey, so we can get a group picture, that would be terrific. So I'm going to make that request. And can I just read this, please? This is a print by a guy who does something called Story People, because we're all about telling stories, telling our stories, and telling everybody's story. And so it says, there is no one who comes here that does not know that this is a true map of the world, with you there at the center, making home for us all. Aww. Okay, now we will lighten it up. Where is
Yes.
This is Charlie Brown and Lucy, and they got me. Hey,
I'm Judy Peck Ford, my husband Chris. And in 1987, I was cast as Lucy, and Chris was cast as Charlie Brown. And in 1997, we got married, and we brought our 2 daughters home. So a lot of us owe a lot to Chris Galata and to Creative Experiences. Some people went into theater or the arts or behind the scenes. Some people became teachers. Some people use their skills every day in their lives. But Chris and I both agree that what Chris and Creative Experiences gave all of us is each other. We made friendships that mattered then, that matter now, that helped us through a period of our lives where we were trying to figure out who we were and how we fit in the world. And obviously it gave us our family, but it also created this family. So thank you for my family. And I'll let Chris finish.
So one of the best parts about being in a family, there's a lot of ways that families let each other know that they're a part of families, and one of the best is the inside joke. And we all have a lot of inside jokes in this family, as we all know. I mean, how many times you told someone to break their face instead of break a leg, or how many people here have been asked, who's Tom? Blow their socks off is another great one, but my favorite is the rubber chicken. The rubber chicken is on every show. We love the rubber chicken, and the thing is, when we go to the shows now and we see the rubber chicken on stage, that's the inside joke for us. That tells us that we are here where we belong, right? That we're with our friends, that we're with our family, that we're home. And we all know there's no place like home. So Chris, I'd like to present to you Jason.
Where's Jason, Jazz?
Yeah, Jason, come in.
Oh, there's Jason.
Alright, so we'll do one more song, and then everybody go have your picture taken.
No, one more.
Oh, yeah, one more.
I have something.
I'm sorry.
I have something.
Okay, I'm sorry. Surprise!
Sorry.
No, because it's wonderful.
Sorry. What do you have to say? Yes. Hi, I'm Tomlinson McDowell. And most of you don't know me because I graduated in 1984 GHS, but yeah. But I was in the plays with Chris when I was a little girl in the 70s. Music Man, Phineas Rainbow. Okay. So yesterday, my heart was just so full in coming back here. I'm in Staples, Texas, and I had to write down on Facebook, and Marilyn found it and printed. She framed it. Wow. But so I would like to read this to you, Chris, if I can. Just help me out. For Chris Galata, on the anniversary of 40 years of Creative Experiences, her labor of love dedicated to the youth of Glastonbury, Connecticut, which I'm honored to call my hometown. I'm not doing very good, am I? You got it. First part. Okay. right.
Don't look at me.
Mentor, cheerleader, teacher, friend. You stood in that place we were longing to go. You smiled while we struggled up there on the stage. Our crazy believer who taught us to dream. Take a chance, live out loud. You spoke from your heart, words and direction, not just for plays. Turned our lives, set our course. Man, were we blessed. You saw us becoming. You set hope in our hearts. Excuse me. So on cue, we return to plant seeds of remembrance and water with tears, sprinkled with laughter at memories kindled and foibles and tumbles. Know that still struggling, we seek to live up to that part you imagine for each of us, the desires of our hearts. So we honor and bless now our leader, our friend. Chris, we love you. We love you. Here's to the play with no end.
Last page in the song packet. Please sing along.
Thank you.
I don't know what to say. That you are.
Excuse me, everybody. Excuse me.
It's okay.
I know. I want to hear you.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I want to hear you.
I was 20 years old when I came here.
Did you lie about your age? Don't tell me one.
And I wasn't afraid. I don't know why I wasn't afraid. And everyone that was in the first show was 17, 18, 16, 5, 12. Paula, where are you? What were you? How old? 12. Paula. Hi, Linda, get up here. Get up here. Karen. Where's Jeannie? Jeannie, where are you? Jeannie, get up here. Get over here.
She doesn't care. She wants
We love you, Chris.
to go. You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice.
Any other day you could say no.
Just not today.
This is the blow your socks off lady, guys. Anyway, I don't know why, but people trusted me, and I had to have a home before I came here. We moved a lot, didn't really have a place to call home. And I met Tom. We're still together. And he's awesome. And I can't imagine a richer life. I can't imagine it, and it's because of each of you. This was a dream I had to see you all again. And I don't know how to thank you, but I will somehow. And don't ever stop creating and being, because it's what's most important in the whole world right now, especially with cell phones and all that crap. No, seriously. I know you're filming it. There's a really good video called Look Up. It's a documentary.
Isn't that how we talk to each other?
My children over here that I have right now in our cell. They get mad at me because I smashed their phones and stuff. But human beings need contact, tone of voice, body language. We need those things. And we do that through the arts and through our love. So please, be an army. Throw away the phones. Throw everything away. Create something. I don't care. Make a baby. I haven't changed. But I love you as you don't know. You might think because you haven't been here that you're not in my hearts, but you are. You're surrounding my office every day. You're on the walls everywhere I am. So no matter when you were here, 70s, 80s, 90s, now, whatever.
All the above.
All of it. You're my family. Forever and ever and ever. And I love you more than anything. Thank you.
We love you.